Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and thank the Honourable Member for her question. And Honourable Speaker, in response to that question regarding the actions that have been taken or planned to ensure border security amidst the reported criminal activities and illegal border entries, I provide for Parliament the following update. One, the National Border Security Upgrade Framework. Honourable Speaker, Government has developed a comprehensive framework to enhance border security, incorporating a coordinated approach among all key stakeholders. This will facilitate seamless information sharing and risk intelligence exchange. Secondly, on automation of passenger card arrival cards, or PAC, we are introducing digital PAC system, allowing travelers to submit information electronically before arrival. This will improve efficiency, reduce clearance times, and enhance eye surveillance capability. A third measure that we have adopted is the Advanced Passenger Information. This in collaboration with the United Nations Office of Counterterrorism. We are implementing systems to collect real-time passenger data, and this will help prevent the entry of inadmissible individuals. Another strategy that we are implementing is the Maritime Security Strategy. We are in the process of developing a robust maritime security strategy to protect our maritime domain. This involves cooperation among maritime agencies and to detect and disrupt illegal activities effectively. And on the final note, Honourable Speaker, the issue of addressing fake recruitment companies in Fiji. Honourable Speaker, we are also aware of the recent surge in fake recruitment companies exploiting the current labour shortage in Fiji to bring people into the country illegally. To combat this, we have intensified our efforts to identify and shut down these fraudulent operations. We are working closely with international partners and local agencies to track and prosecute those who are responsible. Additionally, we have launched public awareness campaign to educate potential job seekers about the risk of fake recruitment schemes and to encourage them to verify the legitimacy of these recruitment agencies. Now, these initiatives, Honourable Speaker, once approved by Cabinet, will significantly bolster our border security, ensuring Fiji is well prepared to address both traditional and non-traditional security threats. Thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. Yes, supplementary question from Honourable Koya, then to you, Honourable Naisa.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Minister, thank you for your answer to the question. With the scourge of drugs, etc., and criminal activities and illegal border entries that we're actually speaking about currently, all of these things have an impact on our major earning industry. And I see that as of this morning, the Honourable Deputy Prime Minister has ensured that a statement was given with respect to a New Zealand TV investigative series, which has gone way off of the radar with respect to making comments about Fiji. Honourable Minister, in the interests of all of us, because this is something of concern to all of us, will you be issuing a statement, because I understand that they did interview you, actually condemning that particular report that has come out of New Zealand and a very mischievous reporter? Thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and I thank the Honourable Member for the supplementary question. Honourable Speaker, I think there's been much talk about the Driver report as well as the 60 Minutes that came before then. Now, let me say I appreciate Ms. Driver's reporting that brings to light our Fijian drug situation, and this is not something that I am shying away from, because this is speaking about the real issues that affect us. However, I think there may be in many places that that some of the information that she has shared through that program, I think, are being particularly exaggerated. And I think, by the same token, she may have been also misled by a lot of people in that particular report. I would like to say, though, Honourable Speaker, that Fiji is a safe destination. Our government is secure. We have institutions that are in place that look after the security of not only Fijians, but also those that are visitors to our shore. And that we have independent institutions that are in place that protect their rights if they're here as our guest, and also for our locals. And then we have also the systems that are in place that ensure that justice is served where it is needed. So, Honourable Speaker, to a certain extent, I am very concerned about some of the facts that, well, not facts, but some of the inaccuracies in the statements that Barbara Driver had stated. I appreciate the fact that she has continued to raise this issue as something that we are working at as a country, but let me assure Fiji and our people and also those who would like to visit our shores that it is safe to come here. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Honorable Naisa, supplementary question.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and thank you, Honourable Minister, for that response. Drugs is the topic of the hour right now in Fiji. You know, we are saying, talking about the zombie state and all the mess created by drugs. My question is, do we have drug cartels or criminal organizations here in Fiji that controls the promotion and the distribution of narcotic drugs?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and I thank the Honourable Member for his supplementary question. Honourable Speaker, the drug situation in Fiji, as we understand it, is controlled not only by people who come from abroad that bring these drugs here, for the ones that come from abroad. There are those who are involved in these operations in Fiji. And this has been going on for a while, as I earlier stated. And we as a government, and as a whole of nation, are doing our best at this stage with the resources that we have to curtail this, to bring these people to justice. So I've always acknowledged that drug is a social problem. This responsibility, the responsibility of the curtailment of drugs is the responsibility of everyone. If children take drugs, in the first instance, it's their parents. Can't blame anyone else for that. Then there is the rest of society, then government, Nalutu, Nabanua. We are all responsible for this. And it is part of our responsibility. If you know of people that deal in drug in Fiji, then you must report them. We cannot condone these actions if we do not report them. We must report them. And police must act on this. That is why, Honourable Speaker, Government Cabinet will approve this week the new narcotic drug strategy and also the Narcotic Bureau, which gives special powers to government to deal with this. And we must not have any mercy for these people. Those who do this business to kill our people and our children. So I ask the public out there, please help every other member of this beautiful place, of this beautiful nation, to help cure us of this problem that we have. And we must not condone anybody that deals with this, illicit drugs activity that is not good for anyone here in Fiji. Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe I did not hear you well, Honorable Minister, on the thrust of the question that was provided by Honorable Naisa. Are there cartels or, that's the question that he was raising. Are they here in Fiji?
Mr. Speaker, as I said, we know that people are dealing in drugs in groups. Whether we call them cartels or not is another. There are intelligence reports that support people, that suggest that there are groups of people that deal in this matter across society, across Fijian society, and that is a proper word to use for them. But I would like to assure you that, Honourable Speaker, that these are the people that we need to bring to justice, and they are the ones that are controlling these operations here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, Honorable Nopoto.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. The question is on the two areas that has been asked, criminal activity and illegal border entrance. On criminal activities, sir, to the Minister, there's just a lack of presence of police in our towns and cities. One of the biggest deterrents is when people see police, they're out there. And I ask if you can get the police to go out there and be present. One. Two is on illegal entries. Illegal entries include both personnel and contraband. I think what you talked about was illegal entry of personnel. But for contraband, we know that ships are the high-risk carriers for contraband. The reason, compared to aircrafts, because aircrafts can stop in mid-air and change cargo. Ships can. They can, and aircrafts are tracked from point A to point B. Ships are not. Have you, for the time being, increased your port boarding and search operations where all the ships are coming in, local, that you go in and do search, board and search for illegal contraband? Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and I thank the Honourable Member for the question with two parts. First of all, the question about the police. I agree with you. Police must step up its activities. And I think this is a point that we continually remind the police. Their presence is essential to providing confidence to the people. Government will continue to resource the police to be able to do this. I'm looking forward to the appointment of the new police commissioner, who I hope is going to do the need to make sure that they, reset the directions for the police, including, looking at the issue of increased presence within our community. In terms of shipboarding, Honourable Speaker, some weeks back I opened the shipboarding school that is run by UNODC in Tongalevu. So this is one of the areas where we will build our capacity to be able to, to go out there and board the ships that we suspect. Also, with the arrival of the new boat, I'm glad that this is something. This is the new the Republic of Fiji Navy ship Pomau added to the fleet to be able to have better maritime surveillance and have a better control, better outlook out there in the sea, in our maritime zone, and also do boarding operations for suspected either illegal fishing or some other transnational crime happening in the high seas. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Honourable Koya, then later to Honourable.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Minister, with the high level of engagement that we have with our development partners, have we been able to secure more and more equipment, etc., at our border agencies to ensure that they are not as porous as some may seem? And at the forefront is obviously our airports. Yes.
Yes, thank you, Honourable Speaker. In terms of immigration and the systems at the border, I've spoken a little bit about some of the initiatives that we do, but in terms of enhancing the capabilities that we have at the border, we are working in particular with the Australian Immigration Department through the Ministry of Home Affairs, particularly in the different areas of capability that we need to have as a modern airport and as a modern as an area of capabilities that are used throughout other airports in the world, in terms of cameras and I could name the whole thing for you, but suffice to say right now we're working with our partners, particularly the Australians, in the areas of Home Affairs to help us build security around the front line there at the airport. Thank you.
Yes, Honourable Nath.
Thank you, Speaker. Thank you, Honourable Minister, for your answers. Knowing that a lot of illegal activities happen in the black water and in the sea, and we know that MSF has very advanced tools, MSF. How are you utilizing the tools like the AIS and to get the global positioning of the ships, the yacht which enters the waters? How are you utilizing that?
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. I thank the Honourable Member for his question. That responsibility in terms of tracking yachts out there in the sea is presently done by the Navy. And they actually have a great system out there, and I would encourage every member. I'm trying to to recall the proper name of the, right, yeah. It's down in the Navy, and for the members' information, if you go down there, you will see every, they keep track almost on real time. The ships that are out there in the sea. Yeah. So, it's this information is then shared with the rest of government that deal in maritime security, including FRCS, HIMSA, yeah. So, and fisheries also. So, and I would encourage every member of this house to go down there and take a look at your own free time. Thank you.
Yes?
Just a follow-up question.
Thank you, Honorable Nath.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I'm allowing questions to be raised because this is a
It is very important. Thank you, sir. Very, very nice. we agree there. Thank you. Thanks to IMO and the Honorable former Prime Minister and Honorable Minister Ines Ratu. With this talk, we got those machines. The MSEF which has got it. It's an advanced system, and there was a talk. I remember there was a dialogue between police, Navy, and MSEF to collaborate and use this equipment, joint equipment, so that they can identify the position of these yachts. Is it still in talk, or you want to? The IS system which I'm talking about, Minister.
Yeah, I think down at the Navy they actually have this capability, which literally looks at everything out there in the water. So and then they use to coordinate the national effort to go and look at it, also integrating air assets to go out and have a look. So I'm not quite familiar, that asset that's with MSEF, but I can tell you for sure, with the operations room down in the Navy, you can see every boat out there in the water. Okay, that's if they don't turn off their beacon, I think. Yeah. And then, but it's of course illegal if you turn off your beacon. That's how we tracked the drugs that were caught in Lautoka. We started monitoring this ship when it left South America, Mexico. Yeah, using these things. Sorry?
Honorable Member, you address the chair. You are making a running commentary with the Honorable Minister. Yes, Honorable Naisa. And then to you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. We all know that this drugs problem has gone to another level now. Start talking about chemsex and what's the other one, the Bluetooth. How bad is that in the country right now, Minister?
Honorable Speaker, I'm always very, not emotional, becomes very sentimental when it comes to drug in this house because a lot of the discussions in the past revolving around this issue, but I do not want to remain in the past because, no, I'm absolutely sure, Honorable Speaker. I think the Honorable Minister for Health has spoken very well about the issue of chemsex and also Bluetooth. I'm not an expert in that. I hear stories of when the people gather and do these things, the young people who indulge in drugs and then go on and do these things at night. So as far as I'm concerned, I think the previous explanations by the expert is adequate enough. And, but I think the more important thing is that we must realize that our children are doing this. And that we must try to do everything to stop it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Supplementary question to the Honorable Minister. We are talking about all the new systems that are foreign to us, that comes with glitches and other issues. We have a system in our nation, the Vanua, the Lotu, and the government. My supplementary question to the Honorable Minister, will he consider the role of the faith-based organization that they can play in creating social awareness, in willing to support them in this cause. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and I thank the Honourable Member for the excellent question. The Vanua and the Lotu are at the centre of the fight against drugs. We are talking to them, we are dialoguing with them. One of the last major ones that we had was held in Fiji National University last week. And I think I even suggested to government that government must subsidize or it must fund the church and the Vanua's efforts to deal with drugs where it is appropriate. Because this is a problem I've admitted in the past cannot be dealt by government alone. So we need the help of the Vanua and we need the support of faith-based organizations and civil society and the whole of our nation to deal with this. But as far as the question is concerned, definitely faith-based, na Vanua na Lutu. Thank you.
I'll make this the last
Thank you.
question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I think in the same interview, there is this gentleman that is talking about the Pacific being used as a buffer zone between the target markets, Australia and New Zealand, which is basically saying that these people, they have intelligence when the drugs is coming, and then allows it to come into the Pacific, so that, and then we deal it here before it goes into those markets. I know that forum is coming up, and I agree with you that drugs cannot only be dealt with by government, Vanua, the Lotu, but it has to be dealt with regionally also, because it is trans-border. And perhaps in the next forum, the Honourable Prime Minister is going to attend, where we can bring up this issue and tell these bigger countries, hey, look, don't use us as a buffer zone. Try and get the drug before it hits the Pacific. And I think it's begging the Prime Minister to take it up, and we be a regional voice to all. I see he's laughing, and I know he will take it up. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Yeah, yes, Honourable Minister. Carry on.
Honourable Speaker, I thank the Honourable Member for his statement, and that is acknowledged. I want to assure the House that our international partners are helping us in many ways to do this. But it's for the purpose of for the problem that we have. I think we should take every possible opportunity, to indulge and speak to our partners about how they can help us more for the problem that we currently face. So I thank you for that statement.
All I want to add to the exchanges that has been going on is that we even have this problem in my village in Tavuni. That far, I've been hearing all these global positioning things that you attach to the yachts and the boats, but a big load of drugs ended up in Nandi there. It has come through that far to reach Nandi. And imagine the ones that they sell in other places, like my village in Tavuni, in Somsomo. They have all this there. How it got there, that baffles me. We play our part in the Vanua, but what more could we do? We can even take the laws into our own hands, but we rely on the people that take care of the laws. But they keep pointing fingers. The putting of food on the table has affected this, poverty. And then unemployment. And then the whole works. And you remember, these are villages. And that is all I want to add to this. And please, let's all join forces together in this one. We need to see that we work hand in hand in this and try and address this big problem that we have here. The statistics and the data that was provided in the House on schools by the Honorable Minister for Education, that was quite surprising. This has reached our school children. They've become what has been termed as by the Honorable Minister for Women, they've become mules or something. They are being pushed around and moving this drugs. But I hope good sense will prevail here and we will all join hands in this. The country as a whole needs to tackle this big problem. Thank you, and we now move on to the fifth oral question.